Welcome to the virtual dojo. Happy to have you back. This class is for green and 2 levels of purple. This whole week's all been about grading syllabus. So we're really going to focus on the key points you need to work on. So Tuesday we did the key home basics. Thursday we did our katas. Now today is kumite for green and 2 levels of purple. So we're going to start off with the one-step idea. Jodan, Chudan twice, and that is green to purple. Then we're moving in, transitioning right into 4 attacks. Jodan, Chudan, Maigeri, Kokomi. Please, when you can, join live. Treat it like a regular class. We do appreciate your input, so feel free to just put your name in there and click on and say you're ready to go. The other thing is we appreciate any kind of comments or questions you may have. We will follow up with those questions later on. So welcome again. And just to start off with, we're going to get individual. We're going to start off with Steve here. We're going to start off with Steve just doing one step just by himself because some people don't have partners. And then he'll do the attack and defense. And then from that standpoint, then we'll get Natasha in. We'll do it more sort of a speedier kind of effect of those attacks and defenses. And then we are going to start combining. Awesome. All right. Come on in, Steve. So first perspective is going to be facing the camera, and then we'll do a side perspective of the attacks and defenses. Okay, right leg back. Take. So this is Ippon Kumite, one-step sparring. So attacks are going to be coming in Jordan level to start.
Jordan.
So I'm going to get him to do, and then he's going to go back in broad.
Jordan.
Now Chudan.
Jordan.
And back.
Jordan.
And Yoi. And bow. Now he's going to be in Shizenta Yoi position. He is now going to be doing the defense. So the attacker, go ahead, Natasha, off camera.
Jordan.
Ready? So notice it's a block and counter right away. Go ahead, Natasha.
Jordan.
And back. But this time, you notice he's going to do some different types of counters. We try and encourage that for the higher levels to start doing different types of counters. So Natasha, Chudan level.
Jordan.
And again, Natasha.
Jordan.
And Yoi. First. And actually, Steve, I'm going to get you to come off camera. And Natasha, come on in. And I'm going to get Natasha to do it from a side. We'll do it from the side facing. So it gives you a perspective of distance and timing. Okay, so she's going to be doing the attack first. So right leg back. Take. So do the same 4 attacks. 2 Jodan, 2 Chudan. So call your attack.
Jordan.
And then back.
Jordan.
And back.
Jordan.
And back. And back. Now she's going to be doing the defense, so she's in natural position. She's in tight. So Steve's off camera, but we're going to use him to prompt her a little bit on the attack.
Jordan.
And counter. And back. That's okay. She was still in the other mode, so it's a block and counter each time. Go ahead, Steve.
Jordan.
Good. And up. Notice how she uses a different counter. Go ahead, Steve.
Jordan.
And up. One
Jordan.
more time. Awesome. And up. And up. All right. Let's bring both in. Still, this is the green to purple, so it's still the one step to attack Jordan, to Chudan. So Steve's going to attack first. Right leg back. Take. So call your attack.
Jordan.
Ready? And Being courteous to call your attack every time.
Judan.
This.
And back.
Judan.
This.
And back. And back. Now Natasha's going to attack this time. Right leg back.
Hey.
Call your attack.
Jordan.
Os.
Back.
Jordan.
Os.
Back. Notice how now he's using a different counter. Call your
Jordan.
attack.
Os.
And back. One more Chudan level.
Jordan.
Os.
And up. And bow.
Os.
Awesome, guys. Oh, stay there. Now I want you to work through the whole thing. No count.
Os.
So this kind of helps as far as prompting your sense of partner transitions. So they're going to move back, call the attack, prompt them to be acknowledge it with an us. As soon as you hear that, come right in. Right? Don't hesitate. So this kind of helps prompt getting into more of the feel of semi-free and freestyle, but without the challenges of that higher level. Okay? So out. So Steve's going to be attacking first. All 4 attacks. Jermaine.
Sit. Judan.
This.
Judan.
This.
Judan.
This.
Judan.
This.
And up. Bow. So now Natasha, the other opponent, she's going to begin all the way through. Jermaine.
Hey. Jordan.
Os.
Jordan.
Os.
Jordan.
Os.
Jordan.
Os.
Yummy. And bow.
Os.
Awesome job, guys. Perfect. All right. Let's get Natasha. Why don't you stay up?
Yes.
Why don't you back away for a moment? All right. So Natasha, I'm going to get you to the frontal face on this first.
Yes.
So now we're going to get into the purple belt, purple to brown, where it's going to be 4 attacks: Jodan, Chudan, Maigari, Kokomi, and the defenses. All right. So Natasha, come just in the center area. So this gives you the frontal of the attack and defense. So imagine if you're just working by yourself, that this is kind of the drills you want to go through. Okay, right leg back. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so call your attack, Jordan.
Jordan.
And back.
Jordan.
And back.
Maigari.
And back.
Kokomi.
Chi. And back. And Jordan. Perfect. Awesome. Now, Natasha, you're going to do the defense.
This.
All right. So she's imagining working with a partner attacking her. So Steve's off camera, but he's going to prompt the attacks.
Judan.
This.
Hey.
Back.
Judan.
This.
Back.
Maigari.
This.
And back.
Kobe.
This.
Chi. And back. Awesome job. Awesome job. All right. Os. Steve, come back in. I'm going to get him to do the side perspective. Now you notice on that, the reason why I did the frontal too is because you can see how she offsets. It's not necessarily with the hand attacks, but definitely with the kicks. You do want to move off on an angle. Much more efficient way of blocking for kicks. So Steve's going to do it from side view. Come on in, Steve. So he's going to start the attacks. Ready? Ready, leg back.
Hey. Judan.
Back.
Judan. Maigari. Kobe.
Chi. And yours. And now. All right. So now he's the defense. So Natasha's going to prompt from off camera, just so to prompt him on his movements.
Jordan.
Os.
we're going to combine the two together. Again, respecting physical social distancing with our tape marks, which are actually a little bit more than 2 meters away from each other. We are maintaining that distance, but from the camera angle, looks like they're working together. So the beauty of camera. All right, go ahead, everybody. Line yourselves up. So we're going to do this by count to start. Bob. So Steve's going to attack first. This is all 4 attacks. Jordan, Chudan, Maigari, Kakomi. Call your attack.
Jordan.
This.
And that.
Jordan.
This.
Maggie.
This.
Keep going.
This.
And yours. And bow. So always when you're doing one side attacking, defending, always want to bow each time, just as a respect. Now Natasha is going to be doing the attacks this time. Are you ready back?
Hey.
Jordan.
Os.
Back.
Chudan.
Os.
Back.
Maigari.
Os.
Kakomi.
Os.
And you're up. And bow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, we're going to do it from a different perspective here. We're actually going to get Natasha facing the back. Steve's going to face the front. So it gives you the visual front and back. All right? Okay, so Steve's going to start the attacks again, still by count. Just watch what you do.
Jordan.
This.
Jordan.
This.
Maggie.
This.
Come here.
This.
And up and bow. Okay, Natasha will do the attack now.
This. Hey. Jordan.
Os.
Chudan.
Os.
Maigari.
Os.
Kakomi.
Os.
And up. And bow. Okay? Just stay where you are, guys. So that gives you an idea of perspective. The reason why I do count to start, this is always a good way to help prompt your reactions. Now what we're going to do, we're going to progress like we did with the Jodan, Chudan, green to purple belt level. They're going to run right through it very quickly, calling each attack, moving in, defending and attacking. We're going to start from the side view again, and then we'll move it from back to the front view. All right? Okay. So let's begin all the way through this time. Steve, attack first. Jermaine, begin.
Jordan.
This.
Jordan.
This.
Maggie.
This.
Come here.
This.
Out. Now Natasha's going to run through all 4 attacks. Jermaine.
Hey. Jordan.
Os.
Chudan.
Os.
Maigari.
Os.
Kakomi.
Os.
And up. And bow.
Os.
Awesome, awesome. So now you can see they start working each other's timing as far as attack and defense. So learning how to react to those attacks and defenses very quickly, resetting yourself very quickly. So now we're going to do the perspective front and back. Same idea, running it right through.
Os.
And if they're doing this at home, Sensei?
Sorry?
If they're doing this at home, be the attacker and the defender?
Absolutely. You want to do both the attacks and defenses all the time.
See who you're quicker.
All right, so we're going to do the front back perspective. We're going to run it right through all the way. Steve's going to start the attack
Hey.
first. Jermaine.
Jordan. Jordan.
This.
Maggie.
This.
Natasha will run through the attacks. Jermaine.
Jordan.
Os. Dad.
Judah.
Os. Dad.
Margaret.
Os. Dad.
Kakomi.
Os. Dad.
Yummy. And wow. Awesome. Very good, guys. Awesome. Thank you very much. So try to work these drills constantly, back and forth, defense and attacks. I want you to start working on different ideas. For example, if you're doing, obviously with the with the hand attacks, Jodan and Chudan, keep them simple. Don't try to get too complicated or too advanced, especially at this level. I want you to really focus on strong blocked idea. So what they were working on, obviously, for the most part, was a rising block reverse punch. You can also do the idea, well, I think Steve was doing this, with the idea of the rising block spear hand, working different counters. You can also do things such as a rising block, then moving in, side elbow strike. It's another type of counter you can utilize. Keep in mind too, you can also use things such as kicks for countering. We try to not do too much of that at that level, but once you get into the brown belt level, you definitely can use a kick, a front leg kick for a counter. So that kind of idea. Notice the other kind of things they were doing from the outside block perspective. They were doing knife hand strikes. Make sure these knife hand strikes are by the head. You don't want to be doing a knife hand strike with the hands waving in front of the face. It does have to be right by the head, whether it's a knife hand or whether it's a reach hand, right? And the key with all these drills is you want to quickly do these very quickly. So what we can do to wrap this up is we're going to do a very quick rendition. We'll do all 4 attacks this time again, but very quickly. Okay, so we're going to do it from side perspective. I think it gives much more visual. Okay, so Steve and Natasha come back in. And actually, I'm going to challenge them a little bit. I'm going to get them attack from the other side. Like especially in tournaments, if there's a time, you're going to have to go on the other side. So why don't we do from the other side, right leg forward this time. So Steve's going to commence all 4 attacks, attacking with the left side in, right leg forward.
Hey. Hey. Judan.
This.
Ha. Ha. Judan.
This.
Ha. Ha. My gate.
This.
Ha. Come here.
This.
Ha.
And bow. Okay, Natasha. Left leg back. Hey.
Hey.
All the way
Jordan.
through.
Os. Dad.
Judah.
Os. Dad.
Margaret.
Os. Dad.
Kakomi.
Os. Dad.
And yummy. Excellent job, guys. Excellent. Awesome. All right. So this is really good stuff. As we get into a higher level, we can talk about different types of counters. But in the next class, if you feel adventurous, if you're in purple belts, if you want to kind of watch what we do in the senior class kumite, we're going to move it into semi-free, Ju Ippon kumite. So lots of different ideas with that, and so much more mobility than the static one-stepping. So each time in each level, you're progressing on your skill levels and how to move attacks and defenses. Thanks for joining today, and look forward to seeing you again. Please send in your comments as soon as you can. All right. See you next class. Puss.